Last night we were channel surfing and we happened upon the Food Network. We hardly watch the Food Network anymore ever since they dumbed down their programming. I want to watch a real chef make real food that myself and my family would want to eat in the first place. Otherwise, why bother watching a Food Network anyway? Just doesn't make sense to me. In my opinion, they've ruined the whole thing. Anyway, speaking of dumb programming, they had a show on that covered the candy convention or some crazy thing like that. It was just totally crazy. And they were revealing all the new products on the market that kids would like when it comes to candy. Now I have to admit, I was shocked at the lack of creativity, because I think candy creators should have a little more creativity than they showed on the show. And some of the products were completely counterintuitive and they could actually endanger children's lives. As parents, we spend countless hours teaching our children not to put things in their mouth, teaching them what's right and what's wrong about the products they use around the house. Watch this.
There are plenty of novel ideas ahead.
Your tongue is too big.
Then again, some new ideas might be better if they stayed under wraps.
Hey, there's a bug in my lollipop.
That's not all. There's hair you can eat.
Good.
And a paint set you can lick.
Ooh, that's really good. That might be my favorite.
What the hell is that about? Don't they realize that children don't know the difference between candy paint and real paint? Don't they realize that kids, once they eat candy paint, are going to think it's okay to eat all paint? I think someone forgot to consider the fact that children learn by example. And once they see that it's okay to eat paint, they're going to eat all paint, not just candy paint. This was absolutely stupid. But you think it stops there? It doesn't. What about model glue or antibiotic cream or anything else that comes in a small tube you have in your house? Watch this one now.
More treats of the trade. Candy ahead.
It's sour.
Didn't that tube of sour candy look like the same tube you use when you put model cars together, or even the tube of antibiotic cream you have in your bathroom? I mean, here's another look, just to make sure we're clear on what this tube looked like.
The packaging appeals to kids because of the spray, because of the goo. Kids want something fun, a different type of delivery. That's what makes candy fun for them.
A different kind of delivery makes it fun? Are they kidding me? A different kind of delivery is what makes it deadly if they pick up the wrong thing. What if they mistaken some tube of glue to be their super sour candy they want to suck on next week? That's absolutely ludicrous. When I was pulling these clips off my DVR, I forgot to pull the clip about the Crayola crayons. Yes, they even have a candy that resembles Crayola crayons, right down to the Crayola logo across the front of them. Are these marketers so removed from reality that they can't see the danger they're putting kids in? If so, maybe they need to be removed from these candy companies. A few years ago, we found some really cool bubbles for our kids to play with. They came in a cool plastic tube, and when you pulled the lid off the top, the wand was attached to the lid. Really cool invention. The kids loved them. They were touchable bubbles. They could play with them for a little while. They wouldn't pop it in their hand right away. And it was just fun. It was a lot of fun for our kids. Were they unique? Yeah, I'd say they were unique at the time. Watch this.
Something else that goes pop in your mouth are bubbles you can eat. They're called Tasty Bubbles. It's a game and a candy. And I know what you're wondering, but don't worry, they don't have soap in them.
Sucrose fatty acid esters, which is a food grade. The product is approved by the FDA for human consumption. But the other things we do is we put them in a unique container so kids can tell the difference between what are bubbles you can't eat and bubbles you can eat. And we also put the wand on the lid so they're not having to stick their little fingers, inside to pull the wand out, which, because you're going to be eating this, So we've made them so that they're really safe for children. But they could drink the whole thing without any problems. Not a problem.
A unique container, my ass. Those are exactly like the bubbles we've been buying our kids for years that are clearly not for human consumption. Don't believe me? Look at this. He says they've made them really safe for children. How? By making them look exactly like the ones that are going to make them sick if they eat them? This guy's full of it. He's so full of it that the hair won't even grow on top of his head anymore. Wake up, people. These candy companies obviously aren't looking out for the best interests of your children. It's up to you to protect them.